Thou, Lord, are a shield about me. You're my glory. You are the lifter of my head. And thou, Lord, are a shield about me. You're my glory. You're the lifter of my head. That's why I want to say hallelujah. Hallelujah. I want to say hallelujah. Hallelujah. I sing it for myself. Hallelujah. You're the lifter of my head. Hallelujah is the highest praise. Hallelujah. 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 You're the lifter of my head.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah for the lifter of my head. That which knows and knows that it knows that it is all that there is. Right here and right now. The divine mother principle. The divine feminine is called into divine conscious awareness as we honor you today. And know that there is only one of us here. It is that which gives birth, that which takes a seed and nurtures it into full-orbed fruit manifestation, grace, love, health, and wholeness. Oh, I give thanks for spirit. And know that I am one with this life. And so as I speak my word this morning, I know that it is power unto the law. So I know that this word blesses all under the sound of my voice. And this service, I call it blessed. Everyone who's listening with the physical ear also may hear with the spiritual ear. And know that each and every one is blessed. I bless the music ministry, the entire body of the EASTBAY Church of Religious Science, the Board of Trustees, the ministers, the practitioners, the members, each and every person who has tuned in, who has caught a glimpse of this service here, is blessed. And I bless our speaker today, Reverend Dereca Blackmon, knowing that the divine feminine principle is living and moving and has a divine message for us today that she brings forth with her divine and sacred yes. And so, as I know that we have just gotten ourselves up out of the way, that our true self is what is shining. It is shining right where we are. And all in the same place. For we are all one right here, right now. And so for mama, for mother, for Yaya, Mima, all y'all who share in that nurturing motherly love, I give thanks. And I let it be as we all anchor this by declaring, Ashe, Amen, and so it is.
Hallelujah. 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 You're the lifter of my head. Every day we want to say hallelujah. Hallelujah. And we sing it for ourselves. Hallelujah. 'Cause hallelujah is the highest praise. Hallelujah. You're the lifter of my head. One more time, sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, glory. Hallelujah. 'Cause hallelujah is the highest praise. Hallelujah. You're the lifter of my head.
Thank you, Sharon D. Henderson and Reflection Trio. And thank you, family. Welcome to the EASTBAY Church of Religious Science. My name is Carol Johnson Williams, and it is my divine pleasure to be here with you this morning. We know that you are here with us to celebrate motherly love. Blessed Mother's Day to all, and thank you for celebrating with us this day. We want you to know that we're here for you, and if you have a desire for prayer or connection or support in any way, please contact us at the church office, and we are here for you. Now, family, let's take a moment to share together in saying, God is the only power in my life. God is the only power in my life. Nothing from without can touch the perfect life of God within me. No past experience has power over me. I am a perfect child of God, and nothing that anyone has ever done or said can interfere with my divine inheritance. The power of God is greater than any circumstance in my life. The strength of God is mine to use. Turning away from all feelings of inadequacy, I discover that all that I need is within me right now. As I forgive the past, I find that I have nothing to atone for and nothing to run away from. Casting off the old me, I discover my true self. I take dominion in my life. Old habits have no power over me. Conditions have no power over me. Personalities have no power over me. I take dominion. I am whole. I am free. I am complete, now and forevermore. And so it is. Yes. Oh, what a beautiful day. And so right now, I'd like to bring forward our beautiful, wonderful, brilliant, and comforting soul, Reverend Dereca Blackmon.
Thank you so much, Carol. Just really appreciating how beautifully you set the tone for our service. I am so excited. Happy Motherly Love Day is what I like to say, because we know that the divine feminine shows up in so many different ways. As has been said, I'm Reverend Dereca Blackmon. I use she and they pronouns, and I like to let you know what gender pronouns I use because you can't tell by looking at me. So today we're celebrating the divine feminine, the motherly love energy, and as always, we want to start with gratitude. We want to thank all of the community here at the EASTBAY Church of Religious Science, the board, the minister, including and especially my own mentor, Dr. Reverend Eloise Oliver. We want to thank our practitioners, our virtual team, Georgia Eagles, Sherry Greer, and Al Gibson, who right now are holding the high watch and the consciousness. All of our volunteers and our members, our small but mighty in-person crew. We have Brett, the Steadfast, Arlene, and JJ, and of course, Carol, who's already set the tone. I just want to thank you for choosing, of all the places that you could be on a Sunday morning or whenever you're watching this, to choose to be in this consciousness, in this experience. And I want you to know that wherever you are, we are right there with you. I, of course, got to take some time. In our tradition, we have to thank our elders and our ancestors, and I would just be remiss if I didn't take a moment today to think about Merleela Blackmon and Ann Johnson, who have gone on but still are guides in my heart and my life, to acknowledge my great-grandmother, May Robinson, who will be 100 years old this coming Sunday, and my grandmother, Clara Blackmon, who faced down all the odds when people said, oh, you have pre-existing conditions, you were a smoker, you had this, and beat COVID-19. I talked to her this past week, so we are a praying people, and we don't let conditions limit us. I've got to thank my grandmother, Dolores Bradley, because so much of the fire that I am is because she stoked the fire within me. I have to thank my bonus mother, Alicia Blackmon, who said, you are mine. I don't care who you were born into. I got to thank my mother in love and law, because she is such an amazing person, Charlene Parker. I thank you. And of course, I have to thank Lindell Mavis Johnson. Sorry, Mama, with the middle name. But I got to say your full name in praise because you did for me at 17 what I'm still learning to do for myself. I love you, I thank you, and I thank God for you. So we are blessed today to have with us the Reflection Trio, who is just so magnificently filling us with the spirit of celebration of the divine energy. When I was talking to Sharon about what we might do today, she said to me, well, how about grandma's hands? And I said, oh, yes. Y'all know I love Bill Withers already, and the way that she does it, the Gladys Knight version, because you know we as women will take something and really make it our own. And so I'm grateful now to bring to you the Reflection Trio, Mark Rickey, Lee Henderson, and Sharon Henderson with Grandma's Hands.
We're talking about grandma today. We're talking about mama today. We're talking about the mother spirit today. Oh, baby, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes in that grass. Grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Help me say, ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played a tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She said, baby, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands soothe the local struggling mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and twirl. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she said, baby, grandma understands that you know you have a plan, but put yourself in spirit's hands. Grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, and grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands pick me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, yeah, they really came in handy. She said, baby, don't you whoop no more. What you wanna spank her for? She didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have grandma anymore. When I look to heaven, I look for grandma's hands. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. There might be snakes in that grass. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Yes, yes, there's nothing like grandma's hands. Nothing like it in the world. It was an absolute sweet love. Nothing like mama's hands. Some of our mamas and our grandmamas have gone on to the other side of life. But we remember the love, the sweet love that they give us. Yes, yes, yes. So deep, show me a mountain so high. I'll show you love that'll last forever, flying high, so high. Show me a place where dreams are for dreamers, and all the things you wish come true, yes. I'd wish the world had all happy people, then there'd be no more wishing to do. Oh, 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 sweet love. Oh, 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 sweet love. Shines over the rainbow, high on a hill. Take a ride on a magic carpet, then you'll know it's for real. All the world is filled with all the lonely people trying to find their way. All they need is a hand to guide them to a brighter day. Oh, 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 sweet love. Oh, 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 sweet love. Sweet love, all you need is love. Sweet love, love is all you need. Sweet love, be love, give love, live love. Sweet love, 'cause love is the only way. Sweet love, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh,
Trio. Thank you, Reflection Trio, for sharing with us the sweet, sweet love. This is what we're talking about when we talk about the divine feminine energy. We're talking about that thing, that special thing that holds us in a way that is so, so very sweet. And so a thing happened. Oh, yes, and we have to name, right, Margaret Lee Henderson and Sharon Henderson. Thank you for the wonderful music that you bring to us that really just establishes, music for me is a ministry. It's that thing that you feel in your heart. It sets the tone. So I'm so grateful that we have this kind of ministry that allows for us to be our full selves and connect with our full spirit. So a funny thing happened yesterday. I had to change my entire sermon. Some of you, I would say about 730,000 of you, tuned in for what was billed as the battle between Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. It's part of the Versus series. And if you're not familiar with Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, they were labeled under that neo-soul thing, but they're just that full soul thing that is a beautiful, beautiful legacy of music. And they shared that yesterday in this battle, and leave it to black women to convert a battle into a love fest and a healing circle, because I heard people saying it was the balm in Gilead. We talked about healing COVID. People said, I haven't felt this good all year. It was an absolutely powerful celebration of all that we are, all that we can be. And so it inspired me to change my talk a little bit today. I called the talk Motherly Love because I want to celebrate all that feminine energy in the way that it shows up so differently for different people. Some people don't have their mothers with them in the physical plane, or wanted to have an experience of a mother that hasn't. And so I just want to celebrate that divine energy, but I also want to celebrate something specific today. I want to celebrate Black women. And I just want you to breathe right now. Because if that feels uncomfortable for you, then I'm going to spend the next time period focusing on Black women. I want to ask you why. Because I heard somebody say once that what we do to the least of these. Do you understand that it is the most oppressed in our society, that if we can heal the folks that are Black and trans and women with disabilities and poor women and queer women, if we can actually focus on the folks who are at the margins of the margins, what will heal them, what will heal us, will heal all of us, will heal the entire planet. So I am unapologetically a Black woman, and today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that specific type of energy that Jill and Erykah so powerfully embodied. I want to talk about those two for a minute because, they talked about the fact that there's been this myth that they have a rivalry. And this is what people teach us about feminine energy a lot, that women can't get along. I can't tell you the number of women I've heard say, I don't get along with women. And that's a myth that's been perpetuated. My sister, Falila Aisha Bilal, says a sister will save your life if you let her. And so this is what happened yesterday. I'm going to tell you, Jill and Erykah saved our lives. We've been needing this kind of healing and self-love and loving each other. And the body of their work that is everything from revolutionary to celebratory to joyful. I want to talk about what they've inspired in me and in so many of us. And so when you hear me say Black woman, and you will, I want you to translate that to whatever community you know and identify with that has experienced that kind of oppression and marginalization. I want you to tap in to the particular spirituality and resilience that Black women bring to this planet and just own it. Own it as something you may not understand or feel comfortable with, but own it as something that's worthy of this time of our acknowledgement. So today I'm going to talk about some of Erica and Jill's favorite songs that are also my favorite songs. Yesterday was just so exciting. Every time I turned around, I was typing into the chat, "Oh, that's my jam, that's my jam." And so I'm going to give you some of the jams. Black women are what Erica Badu calls clever. C-L-E-V-A, right? Black women are clever. And what that means is that in spite of all of the oppression that we have experienced in this country throughout its history, we are ingenious in the resilience that we have. We will turn your leftovers and your hand-me-downs into soul food and fashion. Erica said, "My dress didn't cost nothing but $20, but I made it fly." $7. Didn't cost nothing but $7, but I made it fly. This is the kind of resilience that we are. And it's the resilience that we're seeing in our society now, where people are just making a mask out of anything, right? Where they have found a way to have personal protective equipment just on their own faith, on their own ingenuity. And that is a thing that I love about black women. Black women will walk into a corporation and smile until you feel comfortable enough to give them a seat at the lopsided table, where they will still do whatever it is that they need to do to command your respect. And then open the door for someone else to come on through. That, for me, is clever. For generations, black women have nursed and raised white babies. I want you to just breathe because it's true, right? And taught them to reject hatred, all at the same time nurturing and loving their own families and partners and communities and churches. It's a beautiful thing to be that clever, to be able to balance all of that out. So I just want to celebrate the ways in which we as black women, we as marginalized people, we're clever. We come up with something in the middle of everything. Jill Scott said that we are golden. Black women are golden. We got oil wells in our backyard and diamonds between our thighs. Go on, Miss Angela. Everybody don't have to understand what that is or what that means. But I want to tell you a story of a moment where I became so clear on how golden we are. My daughter, Nia, went to Spelman College. Now, both of her parents went to Stanford University, right? So that's all that prestige and whatever. And when my daughter was talking to me about where she would go to school, she said, "Mom, maybe I can get a better education someplace else, but I believe that Spelman will make me a better person." Spelman is a historically black college, in case you're unfamiliar. And when your 17-year-old says something to you like that, you just got to get out the way. So I went down to Spelman and I went to the orientation. And while I was at orientation, it was quite clear the pride that they had for who they are. Every time they said something, they said, "A Spelman woman is a woman of class. A Spelman woman is a woman of excellence. A Spelman woman does not cut corners. A Spelman woman is creative and ingenious," and all the things, right? And I remember I kind of turned to my husband and I said, "Wow, this is pretty, bold. Is she humble?" And I kind of made a joke about it. But as I lay in my bed that night, I was working at Stanford at the time, I thought about what we say to Stanford students at orientation. We talk about them like they are going to cure cancer and take us all to the moon. And I said to myself, why shouldn't we talk about black women in the same way? Why shouldn't we have this same kind of pride as we stand in who we are? I got up the next morning and I was quoting all of the same quotes because I realized that we sometimes shirk from our beauty, shirk from our golden aura and energy. We shirk back as though this world is not ready, but it's going to have to get ready for how golden that we are. I watched my daughter thrive through that experience because she never had to spend one day in a classroom where she wondered if she was less than or being treated differently because of her race or her gender. I loved that experience for her. And so this is who we are. We're golden. And whether we Sasha Fierce you into building a beehive, or we hold your hand and wipe your tears while we are building an empire big enough to give you a car and you a car and you a car, we are bold in our goldenness. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the way Jill Scott talked about taking my own freedom. Yes. This is what we do. This is who we are. And Black women are the healers. Erykah Badu made a song about what it means to be a healer. And we say in our religious science tradition, I am a revealer of truth. And this is the power from what I use to heal. We are the medicine women. We will study indigenous people from around the world and partner with our native sisters in our Chinese medicine. We will learn the traditions so that we can be the medicine women in these communities. We are, midwives and doulas, and we will come to your house and make you some herbs and some tea. Let me tell you, everybody was joking yesterday about the incense and the herbs that had to be going on in Erykah's house. And so we are healers. This is what is going on. And we will wield a Black girl magic that will make you forget that you prayed to a white God. I'm trying to tell you we're doing something in this world that is important, worthy of being recognized today on this day where we celebrate motherly love, where we celebrate a divine feminine. I am going to unapologetically ask you to celebrate those of us who have been most marginalized. We will build a movement to remind you that Black lives matter, a movement founded by women who are celebrating being women, being queer, being women with disabilities, women who were trans, and then not even throw a whole lot of shade as that movement is co-opted to leave all of those people behind. Shout out to Monique Morris and Kimberly Crenshaw and Dream Hampton. Look them all up, and because they have held the high watch for Black girls and Black women and said, I love us unapologetically. We rock and we are worthy of being acknowledged. I'm so grateful for those people who stand in the gap for those who are suffering right now in our country. We see how on the front line, our workers and our medical people, we see the poorest people in this country doing the most to save our lives. I'm trying to tell you, we are healers, and it is being revealed in our world in ways untold, and it's about time that we make a decision that we're never going back to the old way of ignoring all the contributions of the people who drive our buses, who make and grow and serve and deliver our food. We're never going back until the old way where we ignore the nurse and think the doctor is the only expert. We're never going back to the old way. You got to make a decision that we're not going back, that we're going to remember and revere the healers in the classroom, in the boardroom, in the community, wherever they are. But I want to remember the love, because that's what came through yesterday in the relationship between Erykah and Jill. It was a celebration of love, and I think about the love of Black women. I think about a grandma that would give you a hug or bake you a cobbler or make you a pound cake that will change your life. And if you ask a Black woman, what is it about the food? She will say, it's the love that I put into it. That is what makes it what it is. That is what allows it to heal you, because she not just gonna let you out that hug real easily. And when it happens to you, when you get held by that divine love energy, you can feel something within you change. Ask me how I know. I've been hugged to tears. I've been hugged to love. I've been hugged to healing. And anybody, I don't care what they look like, who hugs you that way deserves our thanks and our gratitude today. Because the divine feminine energy shows up in a lot of people. It doesn't matter what sex they were born with, right? And so we embrace that. We embrace that hug that reminds us where our healing comes from. And so what is it that is ours to do? Because we can talk a lot about oppression, and we can talk a lot about marginalization, and we can think about the ways in which people are not being honored, but I want to call us to some action. I want to invite us to make a change, to do something different than we have ever done. I want to say, as Jill Scott said, what is it that Black women need? And we just want to be loved. It's one of my favorite Jill Scott songs. She said, I just want to be loved. And in that moment where we love Black women, we heal all of us. In that moment where we love the divine feminine energy and we celebrate it like it has been done for millennia, when we do that, it will heal us. It will save the nation, as Jill likes to say. And so when I talk about love, I want you to understand that love is a verb, right? It is not just a feeling. It is a set of actions that transform the relationships between each and every one of us. And so when you say you love a Black woman, you don't imitate her in the media and denigrate her in private. We've got to do something different with the way we express our love. Don't praise her for how strong she is. Take your foot off her neck. Stop locking her up when she is being trafficked. Stop kicking her out of school for having a bad attitude. Stop calling her angry when she should absolutely be calling out the systems of inequity and oppression. Hire her, vote for her, support her, love her in a way that is active, that is transformative, that creates justice in our society. I'm going to invite us to do something different, to celebrate who and whose we are. If God is all there is, and I believe that God is all there is, then racism is a disease that can be healed. Sexism is a disease that can be healed. Homophobia is a disease that can be healed. Ableism is a disease that can be healed. Transphobia can be healed. There is nothing that cannot be healed through the power of love. We just want to be loved. I'm going to tell you, it hurts some days. You want to do something for Black women, say thank you. Thank you for generations of service and sacrifice. Thank you for all that we have done to build this economy, build a base that can elect somebody. There is so much to celebrate. And I'm just going to invite you to do it in an active way. Mother's Day is a celebration of that kind of love and sacrifice and willingness to be in our full out joy. That's what Erica and Jill did yesterday. They brought out those catalogs of songs that make us dance, that make us celebrate, that make us, what Jill say, make some grits. Somebody told me the way Jill Scott says grits will change your life. That's what I'm talking about. And I just don't want this to be a conversation about what you need to do for Black women, because I'm going to tell you something. What Black women can do for each other was on full display yesterday. And so I'm going to make that invitation. Can I just talk to us for a second? I want to talk to us about the love that we can and should and must celebrate in each other. The way in which we have to be a reflection of that goddess energy, of that Black girl magic, of that Sasha fierceness, of that Oprah, Obama, just girlfriend, just great grandma. We get to be that for each other. If we're willing to let go of the competition and the lies and the myths that people put together about who we're not and what we can't be, what we are is the fabric of this nation. What we are is the love that is the balm in Gilead. And if we decide to really love each other, oh, sucky now, as somebody might say. And so I'm grateful for the ways that I have been loved by aunties and mentees, by girlfriends and communities, everything I am, is because someone said, I got you. Someone showed up, someone called, someone came. And that is the gift that we can give to each other, to just love. Love. Actively, with that verb energy, love each other. There's so much that I want to say about the freedom that comes from love. And I want to invite the Reflection Trio back, because they talked to us about a sweet love. And when Sharon and I were talking about this moment, I said, Sharon, there's something about this song that touched me. It touched me as a celebration. It touched me as a way for us to go and take back the actual gift of love that we are. And so as Sharon comes back, I want to invite her to just remind us of this journey that we're on towards sweet love. And then I'm going to come back and honor the Black women, all the women, all the poor people, all the marginalized, all the trans and queer and underserved from any background and identity. Sharon, remind us, Reflection Trio, of that sweet love.
Now I know you're searching. I know we are searching for a little love, a little peace, and understanding. Now I know it's been hard for us to find our way, but we gotta keep on searching harder and harder day by day. And we want you and you and you and you and you. Oh, to stand on up and put a little love in your heart, put a little heart in your love, and say, invite you to just turn within as we celebrate the sweet, sweet love of the divine feminine energy. We know this energy by so many names and so many traditions. We call her Shakti and Isis and Oshun. We know her as Kali. We balance the whole universe with the divinity of Pachamama and the things and the truth that she brings and is. And this divine feminine energy is the gift, the promise, the truth about every single one of us. It's who I
I am, and because there is nothing but me and you in God, it is who you are. Regardless of where you come from, regardless of where you've been, there is only one thing that it is real, and that is the power of God, the goddess, the divine, feminine, masculine, all of the energies put together. But today, I unapologetically declare and celebrate every single embodiment of divine femininity that has ever existed on the planet. I want you to just take some time to bring into your consciousness, hold into your heart right now, someone who has given you that love. That kind of sweet love that you will never forget. The hug, the food, the opportunity, the support, the mentoring, whatever it is that has allowed you to be renewed, transformed into your best and highest self. I want to thank everybody who ever loved me. I want to thank everybody who ever hated on me, because it gave me an opportunity to know that God is real regardless of appearances. I want to thank this nation right now as it rises up and realizes, I declare that we are forever changed because we are learning right now how to respect and love the least of these. And in today, we celebrate that motherly love, that divine energy, that sweet, sweet, sweet love that knows no limitations, knows no boundaries, does not judge for the mistakes we made, but creates a pathway for forgiveness and healing and family and community and deep, deep, deep partnership. I want to celebrate the sassiness, the fire, the strength, the peace, the presence of that divine. And I just know and declare that a shift is happening in our mind. And as it happens in our mind, it must happen in the fruit that we bear, because this is the way that the law works. I change my idea of who I am. I change my idea of who you are. I let go of the battle and create a love fest, a healing circle, because that is the truth about who we really are. And so I just give thanks. Now I give thanks for Jill and Erica and the 750,000 people who showed up and got a healing. I want you to go and find it. I give thanks for every person who came to this service wanting to celebrate the motherly love and energy. I give thanks for everyone who's ever given sweet love. I give thanks for our ancestors and our elders, because we have realized through this pandemic that we have to take better care of those who did so much to take care of us. I want to thank you because I believe in us. I believe in all of us together healing this thing, healing this marginalization, this oppression, because it oppresses all of us. I want to thank you for the ways in which we unleash a balance. If we let go of the idea that all there is male divinity, then watch what happens to the planet. When we celebrate motherly love every day, when we embody it, when we practice it, the law has no choice but to do what it is that we declare. And so I declare we are free from all the past sexism and all the isms. I declare that we are free from patriarchy and all its powerlessness. And I give this word to the power of the law, knowing that as I plant sweet love, it bears sweet fruit. And I give thanks. And I let it be. And I say, Ashe, Amen, and so it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us in this celebration. Thank you again, Reflection Trio and Carol Johnson-Williams and all of our team here today. I am really grateful for all that we do here at the East Bay Church. I'm so proud to be a part of this community, the way that we support each other, we pray with you, whenever you need it. We hold healing services in the middle of the day, late at night. There are times when we want to be here for you. At the beginning and end of every one of these broadcasts is a list of all the ways you can get support, whether it's food or prayer or whatever it is. And so we invite you to stick around to learn more about that. And this, as the Reflection Trio, brings us a reminder that the hands that hold us are not always visible. Right now, we can't get those grandma's hands, those hugs. So there's invisible hands that are holding us. And if you want to be a part of creating that invisible network of prayer and giving and service that is the East Bay Church, the opportunities to do that are on your screen. There are lots of ways to give via text. If you want to be a part of this on an ongoing basis, please give on a recurring basis. There's so many. It doesn't matter where you give. We hope that you'll partner with us, but anywhere you give is okay because there's only one of us and we're all doing the same work. And so we want to give thanks for those invisible hands. Thank you so much to our Reflection Trio.
Invisible hands. When a mother cries, she hides her tears, feels her prayers are heard, but she can't help but wonder who will give her child what its heart demands. Oh, invisible hands, lost in the darkness, we are lifted by love. Whisper and somebody hears, and when we dare to take that leap of faith, somehow the bridge appears. When a silent storm knocks me down, and the tide and times pull me under, I will stand again on that shifting sand, held by invisible hands. Oh, oh, invisible hands, held by invisible hands. Oh, invisible hands, held by invisible hands. Oh, invisible hands, held by invisible hands. Oh, invisible hands.
Reflection Trio, Mark Rickey, Lee Henderson, and Sharon Henderson, thank you so much. And thank you for being with us here today at the East Bay Church of Religious Science. We want to support you right where you are. We are there with you. And as we go forth from this place, I want us to go forth with a spirit of sweet love. I want us to find somebody to give a virtual air hug to just call up and say, you know what, I'm grateful for you. I thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, for your beingness. I want us to look into a mirror and say, I love you. I want us to celebrate the love and sisterhood of Erica and Jill. I want you to kiss somebody on the neck and show them the way and help them carry these lady bags, answer their petition for equality. I want us to celebrate that we are not in a battle. We are in a healing circle, a love fest. There is no versus me and you. There is only one of us. So go out and reflect that sweet love today to someone who is holding that divine feminine energy in your life. I love you. I thank God for you. And so it is.
Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played a tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She said, baby, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Oh, ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands, no. Oh, baby, don't you run. Ain't nothing like grandma's hands.